Hi friends, welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna cover two basic topics, color mapping and image threshold. These are the basic image operations which you will use frequently in your future project. For those that are new here, my name is Neo and I am master student of AI located in Leuven, Belgium. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So without further ado, let's get started. So in the first video, we already discussed that image can be seen as a combination of red, green, blue matrix. In the picture below, you can find the RGB model representation of the colors. However, there are some other representation exist for image as well. For example, here we have HSL and HSV. So HSL standing for hue, saturation, and lightness. So on the right side, you can see a demonstration of this kind of model. So the hue is basically the type of the color. If saturation is 0, then it's totally the saturation is at the maximum. Then it's the full saturation of that color. And for the lightness, is basically when the lightness is 0, then it's basically black. And if it goes up to the maximum, then it's completely white. And for HSV similar, the hue is again the selection of color and saturation like the wise. However, the color, the value now is actually when the value is 0, then it's black. When the value is at the maximum, then it's actually the full saturation of that color. So here you actually wonder why we need those new representation. Well, this is because this kind of a representation is very close to how human eyes actually perceive the colors. So it actually can represent more color range than RGB. And also in some image processing is actually way more easier to do the image processing in those kind of representation. Okay, now we comes to the part of thresholding. Why do we need thresholding? First, when owning the edges and the shape are very important to us, then we can actually convert the color image to the grayscale. And then if we are require just a binary image just showing the general shapes, so we can use the thresholding just to grab that shape. So thresholding is basically convert an image into just two values, white and black. So now let's take a look at the coding part for the color mapping. So here, this is the code which we used in the first video. So this is gonna just load a picture. So if we run this, and we will see that the picture we load is here. Let's close this, and now let's use color mapping. Let's try to convert this image to another color space. So what we're gonna do here is just image equals to CV2 CVT color here, capital C, and you're gonna say which image you want to convert, and then here you want to select what kind of conversion you want to do. So here in our case is color, so BG, let's try it with BGR to the first one, we're gonna say HSV. Okay, so let's try to run this and see what happens. So now we see the image that is in HSV representation here. Let me just quickly copy this and let's see what this picture looks like in the HLS. So let's just change this to HLS and see what happened. So yeah, now we see the image in the HLS representation. So now let's take a look at the coding part for the threshold. So now we are actually loading an image called the rainbow. Let's run this and see what does it look like. So it's basically a rainbow from the color you can see from red to purple. So first, like I said, to do a threshold, you need to first convert your image to a grayscale image. So what you can directly do here is actually from the imRead function, you just add a parameter just after your image path, just say 0. So here, if you see it, it's actually already converted to grayscale images. To be able to do the thresholding, what you're gonna do here is to use this function called CV2 and threshold, and you're gonna put the image which you want to do the thresholding, and here you need to specify which threshold value so that you can determine whether it's black or white. So as we know that in the grayscale, the value is from 0 to 255. So we're gonna just use the middle, let's say 137. And here we need to specify again the maximum value of that of the pixel, so it's 255. And here you want to select the style of the thresholding. So now let's go with CV2 thresh and just binary. Okay, so this function returns the following value. So first return, which is and let's say call it thresh. So return is basically just returning the threshold value, which in our case is just 127, and thresh is actually processed image after the thresholding. So let's change this also. Let's see what we got after thresholding. So let's try to run this. So here you actually see that in the middle part, which used to be actually kind of like above this threshold value, the part actually becomes totally white, and the rest is just becoming black. So actually you can do the opposite. So what you're gonna do here is basically just add use another style, which is the inverse of this binary. So just add the inverse behind. So just run this. So now you see the totally opposite of the previous thresholding. So that concludes our video today. And if you want to see more video like this, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.